Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, in the previous topic we have discussed about the nuclear potential, and that is how basically we have understood that how a particular nuclide can be more stable. But here basically we are going to talk about the nuclear binding energy and the mass defect. So how this is related to the previous topic, let me talk about that in this one. So friends, in this topic I'm going to talk about the nuclear binding energy and the mass defect, and let us understand what is the relationship between these two. So let us first of all understand what is actually nuclear binding energy. So talking about the nuclear binding energy, the energy required for holding the nucleons, that is the proton and the neutron, together within the nucleus of an atom is called as nuclear binding energy. So this is nothing but the definition of the nuclear binding energy. And now let me talk about what is the mass defect. So here I'm going to talk about the mass defect. Mass defect is the difference between the calculated mass of the nucleus, that means the nucleus which consists of proton and the neutron, and the observed mass of the nucleus, as the difference arises due to the certain mass lost during the formation of the nucleus. Suppose while we are talking about the mass of the nucleon, that is the proton and the neutron, so here basically we could say that is the mass of the proton and the mass of the neutron. Suppose if we know these two values, then we can find that is what is the mass of a particular nuclide. But in actual practice it has been found that is the mass of the nuclide is less than the calculated one. This is because of the difference where we could find that is the amount of the mass that has been removed in the form of the energy, and that is very much related to the Einstein equation E is equals to mc square, where the mass has a relationship with the energy. So that is how basically we are going to talk about how we can derive a particular expression which relates the relationship between the binding energy and the mass defect. So here we are going to talk about the relationship between it. So now let's start with that. So friends, suppose if we consider a particular nuclide, suppose if we consider X having an atomic number as Z and atomic mass number as A. So here suppose if we have to derive a relationship between the mass defect and the binding energy, so let us understand how we can calculate the mass defect. The mass defect is nothing but delta M. So delta M is nothing but the calculated mass minus the actual mass. So here suppose what we can do is we can consider the particular nuclide, and that nuclide obviously it will consist of the proton, the neutron as well as the electron. So in that case, suppose the actual mass which has been observed for a particular nuclide, let me consider this as M. And this is how basically we can see what is the calculated mass, and for that we know that a particular nuclide consists of proton, electron and the neutron. So based on that, let us see how we can derive an expression. So here the delta M is as it is, and suppose if we have to calculate the mass, we know that is it can be calculated by knowing the number of neutron, and the number of neutron is nothing but A minus Z we could get. So from this difference we could get the number of the neutron, and the number of the neutron can be multiplied by the mass of the neutron, that is Mn, plus also we understand that is there are the number of protons which is found to be Z, so therefore the number of electrons will also be Z, and in that case we could say that is the total number of proton in the particular nuclide, it will be Z, and each has a mass of proton as Mp. Similarly, the total number of electrons, it will be Z, and each has a mass of Me. So this is how basically this is the calculated mass that we can do, and this is the overall mass of a particular nuclide minus the mass which is basically observed, that is small m. So here basically we can say that is we can take the common factor over here, that is Z. So here basically I could write it here as A minus Z, that gives us the number of neutron into the mass of the neutron plus Z, and this is Mp plus Me, that is the mass of proton plus mass of electron minus M. Here the mass of proton plus mass of electron. That means, suppose if we consider only one proton and one electron is present in that particular nuclide, then we could say that nuclide is nothing but of hydrogen. So therefore the mass of the proton and the mass of the electron, it is nothing but the mass of the hydrogen that could be multiplied by Z, and that is how basically a particular equation can be simplified. So here basically what I'm doing is I'm making the equation in such a manner where I could write it here as A minus Z Mn plus Z into Mh, and in that case Mh is nothing but the mass of the hydrogen that is accompanied because of the mass of the proton and the mass of the electron. So this is how basically I have simplified, and now let me talk it further. So talking about the further point, that is the relationship between the mass defect and the binding energy. But for that, as I've said earlier, that is Einstein equation is very much important to understand. Suppose we understand that is E is equals to mc square, where E is nothing but the energy and m is the mass in kg and c is nothing but the speed of light. And since we are talking about the energy difference and since we are talking about the mass defect, obviously we need the binding energy. So suppose the energy that is being required so as to hold the nucleons, that is proton and the neutron, suppose the energy difference is found to be delta E, and obviously we are talking about the mass defect, that is delta M into c square. So in this case the delta E is nothing but the binding energy that we are talking about, and this is nothing but delta M. So for that we have the equation of delta M, and the thing that we can do is we can equate it, and let's see what is the equation we could get. Therefore the binding energy is related with delta M having a unit of unified mass, that is U, and one unified mass has an energy of 931.4 MeV. So for that we can easily write it here, that is the binding energy is equals to 931.4 MeV, and here basically we will substitute the value of the delta M which we have calculated, and for that we have ZMH plus A minus Z Mn minus M. So therefore this is nothing but the binding energy of, that is the energy that is required to hold the two nucleons, but this is the overall binding energy that we have calculated for the particular nuclide. And suppose if we are talking about the energy that is required to hold one proton and one neutron, so for that we have an equation that we could easily calculate, that is we understand that is the total number of the proton and the neutron is found to be the atomic mass number, that is A. So therefore BE dash is equals to BE divided by A. So therefore these are the two equations, that is what we have. This is the one that will be very much helpful in solving the numericals, so as this. So therefore this is how basically we have mentioned the relationship between the binding energy and the mass defect, and that's it. So thank you friends for watching this video. I hope you have understood this video very clearly, and I hope I'll see you next time. Till then, don't forget to subscribe Ekeeda channel. Thank you so much.